Welcome students. Today in this video we are going to discuss a very important question of quadratic equation. So first of all we will try to understand the question. Here question is two water taps together can fill a tank in 9 and 3 by 8 hours. The tap of larger diameter takes 10 hours less than the smaller one to fill the tank separately. Find the time in which each tap can separately fill the tank. Here first of all we'll suppose that the smaller tap takes X hours to fill up the tank completely. And clearly you see the larger diameter tap takes 10 hours less. It means the time required by the tap of larger diameter to fill up the tank completely will be X minus 10 hours. Okay. So let us write down it. Let the smaller tap takes X hours to fill up the tank. And therefore, the larger tap takes how much? 10 hours less. So, X minus 10 hours to fill up the tank. Correct? So, here we will use unitary method to proceed. So, let us start with this statement. Let in X hours the smaller tap fills up one tank, as we have supposed here. So therefore in 1 hour the smaller tap fills up 1 by X part of the tank by unitary method, and both the taps are working together for 9 and 3 by 8 means 75 by 8 hours to fill the tank completely. So how much part of the tank is being filled up by the smaller tap in 75 by 8 hours? So therefore in 75 by 8 hours the smaller tap fills up 1 by X into 75 by 8 tank. Correct? And this is equal to how much? This is 75 by 8X. This much part of the tank is being filled up by the smaller tap in 75 by 8 hours. In the same way, when we write for the larger tap, similarly, by unitary method, we can write that in 75 by 8 hours, because this much time is given here for working two taps simultaneously. So in 75 by 8 hours, the larger tap fills up how much? 75 by 8 into X minus 10 part of the tank. Correct? We can get this value by unitary method as we have got for a smaller tap. Similarly, when we write the statement for larger tap, we can find that in 75 by 8 hours, the larger tap fills up 75 by 8 into X minus 10. How we can write the statement? We can write like this, that in X minus 10 hours, the larger tap fills up one tank. So in 1 hour, how much part of the tank? 1 by X minus 10. So in 75 by 8 hours, 1 by x minus 10 into 75 into 8. Okay. And when you add these two portions, these two parts of the tank being filled up by a smaller tap and larger tap, the complete value will be 1 tank. So therefore, we can write 75 by 8x plus 75 by 8 into x minus 10. This is equal to 1. By simplifying it, you will get a quadratic equation. So here 75 by 8 will be common. So or 75 by 8 is common. Here we are getting 1 by x and here 1 by x minus 10. This is equal to 1. Now let us further simplify it. Or 75 by 8 is common. You can take LCM of the denominators. So x into x minus 10, and in numerator you will write x minus 10 plus x. This is equal to 1. Or 75 by 8 into 2x minus 10 upon x square minus 10x is equal to 1. Now we will simplify it. By cross multiplication, we can write or 8x square minus 8 into 10x minus 80x is equal to 75 into this much into 1, means 150x minus 750. Or now let us transpose these two terms to left hand side. We will get 8x square minus 80x minus 150x plus 750 is equal to 0. Correct? Or 8x square, will add these two numbers. This will be 230. So minus 230x plus 750 is equal to 0. Now we will factorize this expression to get the value of x. So we will split up this middle term in two parts so that after addition or subtraction, the value remains same of the middle term minus 230x, and multiplying these two parts will get 75 into 8x square. Correct? As we earlier done so many times. So we can write here 8x square minus 30x minus 200x plus 750. This is equal to 0. Correct? You know, 750 into 8 is 6000. The same value we are getting when we will multiply 230. 6000. Correct? And this minus 200 and minus 30 altogether we are getting minus 230. Correct? Now we will take LCM here. So LCM will be here 2x. Here we are getting 4x minus 15. And here LCM will be, here common will be how much? 50. So we will write here 4x minus 15. This is equal to 0. Correct? Now let us see next step. So you see here 4x minus 15 is common in both the terms. So we can take 4x minus 15 common from these two terms. Remaining part will be 2x from here and here minus 50. This is equal to 0. As we see here, product of two linear expressions is 0. It means either this part will be 0, 4x minus 15 is 0, or 2x minus 50 is equal to 0. So let us write it. When 4x minus 15 is equal to 0, you will get x is equal to 15 by 4, means 3 and 3 by 4 hours. It means the smaller tab takes 3 and 3 by 4 hours to fill up the tank completely. As we have supposed earlier that the smaller tap takes X hour to fill up the tank. But here we should note that it cannot be accepted. This value cannot be accepted. Why? Because the larger tap takes X minus 10. So 3 and 3 by 4 minus 10 will be negative number. So time cannot be negative to fill up the tank, isn't it? So this is not acceptable. Now next value, when 2x minus 50 is equal to 0, 2x minus 50 is equal to 0, x is equal to how much? 50 by 2 means 25 hours. So this is the answer. This is the time required by the smaller tap to fill up the tank completely when only smaller tap is running. Correct? And the larger tap takes how much? X minus 10 hours. So therefore the larger tap takes how much? X minus 10 is equal to 25 minus 10 is equal to 15 hours. So this is the answer. 25 and 15. 25 hours is the time required by the smaller tap to fill up the tank, and 15 hours is the time required by the larger tap to fill up the tank. Correct? So this answer was required here in this question, and we are getting this question here we are getting this answer here very easily. So in this way we can get the solution of quadratic equation when first of all with the help of the statement given in the question we form a quadratic equation, and when we solve it properly you will get the answer very easily. Correct? So students, please you do some more practice to command over this topic, and I hope that you might have subscribed my channel. Okay, fine. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.